students, how are you? This video is the first part of the chapter 2 stories about flying. In this, the first part of the chapter is his first flight. Now, before we start reading the story, I would like to give you a brief summary of the story. This story is actually about a seagull. Now, what is a seagull? A seagull is a type of bird. This seagull has parents also, and he has two brothers and one sister. Now, it is the duty of every parent in case of the bird family that the parents teach the children how to fly, how to dive, how to run, how to jump, and everything. But this seagull is very afraid of spreading his wings and flying in the sky. Though his brother and sister, they have learned the art of flying. But this seagull is very afraid to fly, to spread his wings. In the whole story, we find the seagull standing on a ledge on the rock, and as soon as he tries to flap away his wings, he becomes afraid and again he sits at his place. Now, mother and father, they both are so angry with this seagull that he is not making an effort to fly, he is not learning how to fly. So they are training their other children, but they are very angry with this seagull, and the mother also threatens to this much of extent that I will not give you food or I will not give you anything to eat until and unless you learn how to fly. But still, this seagull is not able to muster up, to gather up the courage of flying, and for 24 hours he remains hungry. And after some time, when he sees his mother eating something, eating a kind of fish, so the seagull requests the mother that please give me something to eat. I am also feeling very hungry, otherwise I'll die. But the mother does not give him anything to eat. And with an effort to go to his mother was standing at some distance. So with an effort to reach to his mother and take away the food from her, the seagull flaps the wings, and in an effort he jumps over, and then automatically his wings open up, spread up, and he flies in a very better, beautiful manner. So this shows that the food, as he was hungry, so the demand of the food or the greed of the food made him to spread his wings automatically, and automatically he learned how to fly. In spite of all the efforts put by the parents, he was not learning how to fly. So this is all about the story of the seagull. So let's begin with the chapter. I'll start with the explanation of the chapter. His first flight. The young seagull was all alone on his ledge. Now, what is meaning of ledge? A narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff. Some portion which is coming out from a cliff. So, he was all alone on the ledge. Nobody was with him. His family was also not with him. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. Now his brothers and sisters, they have learned from his parents how to fly. So they have flown away. Now he was all alone. He had been afraid to fly with them. Parents have tried to teach him also, but he was not able to learn how to spread the wings and to fly in the air. So somehow he could not learn this tact. Somehow when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the edge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. Now, what is the meaning of brink? Brink means extreme edge of land before a steep slope or a body of water. So, in the picture you can see that the picture of the brink is also given and ledge is also given. So, looking to his brother and sister who were flying properly in the air, who were able to do so, he was also tempted to learn to fly. And as he ran on the ledge and reached to the brink, to the corner of the ledge, corner of the rock, what he saw a great expanse of sea, a great sea beside him. So looking at the sea, he was so much afraid that he could not gather up the courage to spread his wings, and he again comes back. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. Now the sea was very deep, which was lying beneath his ledge. So as he saw towards the sea, he was so much afraid that he could not gather up his courage to fly. He felt certain that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Now he thought that even if I will spread my wings and I will try to fly, my wings will not be able to support me, and again I will fall down in water and I will die. So with this fear, he again closed his wings, and then he ran back to the hole under the ledge. In that hole, he used to sleep at night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. Now he was very desperate, he was very eager to learn to fly like his brothers and sister. And he also wanted to dive in the water. Just below, beneath the ledge, there was a very big river, very big sea, deep sea. So he wanted to dive in the water of the sea. But what happened? His wings were large, and the wings of his brothers and sister, they were small. So in spite of having short wings or small wings, they were able to fly, because if a bird is having short wings, the surface area is automatically small, not so big, and it creates a problem for the bird to learn how to fly. So in spite of having the short wings, they were able to fly, and this seagull was having bigger wings, larger wings as compared to his brothers and sisters. Still, he could not gather up the courage to open up his wings and to fly away, because on one side he was attracted to the art of flying which his brothers and sisters were doing, but still he was very, very afraid. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly. Now the parents, they came near him and they started shouting. Shrilly means in a high pitch and piercing sound. So the parents, they talked to him in a very high sound because they were angry with him, upbraiding him. Upbraiding means scolding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. Parents have given so much of threatening type of information to him, and they told that we will not give you anything to eat until and unless you learn how to fly. So, but for the life of him, he could not move. Now he knew that if I will not get anything to eat, then I will starve and maybe I will die one day. So it was the question of his life and death. In spite of this, he could not gather up the courage to fly. That was 24 hours ago. Now this whole incident took place 24 hours ago, one day before. Since then, nobody had come near him. Now this threatening was given by his parents one day before, and till now, till today, nobody has come to meet him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brother and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. Now, fishes are generally found in the sea, river, inside the water. So, if the seagull, that is the favorite food of the seagull, to eat the fish. So, if the seagull wants to eat the fish, then it is but obvious that he has to go deep into the water. So his parents were teaching his brothers and sisters how to move, how to go into the water, how to dive in the water, and how to fly in the sky also. And when they go deep into the water to find out the fish, and then how to move on the surface of the water, that training was also given by the parents. Skim the waves means, skim means to move lightly just above a surface. So how to move on the surface of the water, that training was also given by the parents. And then how to find out the fish inside the sea and how to fly. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it standing on a rock, while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. Now, what is the meaning of devour? Devour means to eat hungrily and quickly. So, his brother has for the first time caught a herring. Herring means a soft skin fin sea fish. It is a type of fish. So, for the first time, his brother has caught the fish by himself and he was busy in eating it. He was eating very quickly and hungrily. And the parents, they were moving around the brother who has caught the fish and was eating in a proud cackle. Cackle means to laugh in a loud or in a harsh way. So the parents, they were so happy of the boy, of the seagull, that of his brother, that they were shouting, they were laughing in proudness. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. Now, as you can see in the picture, there were two cliffs which were opposite to each other. Their faces were opposite to each other. So the parents, they were walking, they were running, they were flying from one cliff to another, and they, at the same time, the parents were taunting him. Taunting means they were making fun of the seagull, that he is so afraid of flying, he is so fearful that he can't take the action or he can't learn the act of flying. So they were making fun of their child. The sun was now ascending the sky. Ascending means it was moving up, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. Now the position of the ledge, or you can say the direction of the ledge, was towards the south. So because of this, the hot rays of the sun, they were directly falling on the ledge, and the ledge was blazing. Blazing means it was too hot. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Now the seagull was feeling more hot in this hot sun because he has not eaten anything since the last night. So he was very hungry. So in hunger, his body has become very weak, and he could not move from one place to another. He was so, you can say, so hungry, he had become so weak, and because of this, the hot rays of the sun, they were making him more hot. Means the ledge has become so hot that it was difficult for the seagull to bear that hotness. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Now, the seagull was trying to show to his parents that he was feeling very sleepy. So he wanted some food to eat because his parents have not given anything to eat. So he was feeling very hungry. So what action he was doing? He was standing on one leg, and the other leg he hid under his wing. And then he was standing on one leg, and then he closed the eye, and in this way he was showing to his parents that he is feeling very sleepy. Now he is going to sleep, so please give me something to eat before I sleep. Still they took no notice of him, but the parents, they did not take care of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their hats sunk into their necks. Now when the seagulls sleep, what they do? They put their head into the neck. The heads are hidden under the neck, and in this way they sleep. So this seagull saw that the brothers and the sister, they were standing on the plateau and they were dozing. Dozing means they were sleeping. Short sleep, snap type they were having. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Now this whole view, whatever he observed, whatever the seagull observed from the distance, what his family members they were doing, this description is given here. So what his father was doing? His father was maintaining the feathers. They were keeping his feathers properly. Only his mother was looking at him, and mother was continuously busy in looking at the seagull. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now this seagull was standing at the upper portion of the plateau, and the breast of the seagull was towards the mother. The breast of the mother was towards the seagull. She was looking continuously at her child. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. Now, how the birds eat the fish? They keep the fish, whatever fish they catch, they keep the fish under their leg, and with the support of the leg, they eat the fish with the help of the beak. So, the same action was done by the mother. The mother was holding the fish uh, under his feet, and then he was eating with his beak. So, and on the other hand, the beak was being scraped on the rock. The mother was scraping the beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. Now, all this scene was observed by the seagull. The seagull observed that the mother was busy in eating fish, and he was also feeling hungry. So he wanted that his mother should give him something to eat. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Wet it means to sharpen. So birds, what they do, in order to sharpen their beak, they scrape the beak against the rock so that it becomes slightly sharp. So this all activities was observed by the seagull that the mother was doing. She was busy in eating the fish also, and on the other hand, she was sharpening the beak also against the rock by rubbing against the rock. So this seagull also wanted to sharpen his beak, and on the top of it, he also wanted to eat the fish that his mother was eating. So he was attracted towards the fish. He wanted to catch that fish, he wanted to have that fish and to enjoy it deliciously. Okay, now the next part of the chapter I'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.